I hope that the wind isn't catching this, and if it is, I don't want to hear anything about the wind being in the sound. Cause it got a little irritating for a minute, so if I went off on you, I'm sorry. Just want to thank everybody for watching the episodes of Dream Interpretation that I put out. I know there was 2, but I didn't get a chance to put up for Heaven on Earth, and what was the other one? Keep Going Through Hell. My stories went all that crazy anyway, to be honest with you. But today's D-Day. Tomorrow is August 9th. Dreaming Out Loud will be re-released. If you've already bought Dreaming Out Loud, or if you are going to buy Dreaming Out Loud that day, you will get 2 CDs for the price of 1. Because I've got a bonus disc of brand new material that did not make Dreaming Out Loud, but was recorded during that time. So you're gonna hear a lot of references to some things you kind of hear on Dreaming Out Loud. You kind of hear the aftermath, or kind of like the beginning of the end of a lot of stuff. But with this album, you don't. But while everything is being recorded, I'm thinking about 10 things at once. While the album was being recorded, I was recording different stuff, just kind of getting a feel for where I wanted to go lyrically. So you'll kind of hear some references. And there's some really, really good music in there, man. I'm really shocked. You know, you kind of don't hear something for a while, and then you kind of go back to it, and you're like, man, this is incredible. So make sure you get a copy if you pay for it. Now, if it's free, if you get it for free, then you don't get the bonus disc. If you pay it for $1, $2, because it is name your price, I'm definitely not giving you the bonus disc because you're being cheap. I mean, if you're gonna pay $1, you might as well not pay nothing at all. That's how I look at it. But so anyway, let's get down with the get down, and let's talk about a record called Scared of Me. Now, I've done a Dream Interpretation on this before. I'm just gonna do it again. Dream Interpretations, Scared of Me, is without a doubt the best verse that I've ever written in my entire life. It is the most important verse I've ever written in my entire life. And I kind of talk to certain people about what I was going through at the time, because it was a real-time situation. I mean, that was probably one of the last songs that I wrote for the album. And I talked to some specific people. I talked to the mother of my daughter. Her and I have known each other for like 10 years. You know, our daughter is 5. And you know, a lot of people assume that because you have a child with somebody, because we had our daughter at 19, we were 18, 19 years old. And a lot of people assume that when you have a child with somebody and then y'all are not together, that y'all hate each other. And that's furthest from the truth when it comes to her mother and I. We have a great relationship. You know, I consider her a friend. We get along really well. She's a great mom. And, you know, everything works out. So I kind of talked to her and just let her know that she's appreciated. I talked to my ex-wife, because when I wrote that, after I wrote that verse, the hardest thing that I ever had to do was, you know, while the divorce was going on and all that, I went to Florida to be a part of my boy's wedding. He was already married, but they were having a ceremony. The ceremony was dope. You know, shout out to my man Rich, shout out Pen Pal. And I was one of the groomsmen in the wedding. And you know, watching her walk down the aisle and watching him, and you know, everybody's crying, and I was crying more than the bridesmaids. That was so painful, y'all. Like, y'all have no, you know, people say that to get over something, you gotta face it head on. And me initially not wanting to get divorced, me knowing that it was for my own good, but me not wanting to do it, and then facing it head on, that let me know that just because I got married or just because I got divorced, that does not mean that the world stops. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how we do with emotions. We think that once we get hurt, then everybody has to stop their hurt and focus on our hurt. And that's not the way that the world works. And you know, I was so hurt, but to see, you know, my boy and his wife, and, you know, to see all the love in the room and the family, and, you know, just the support, man. Spanish people, they family, they roll deep. You know what I'm saying? But just to see that, man, it hurt. But every time I see them, I just be like, man, thank y'all so much, because I know I needed that in retrospect. So I'm really glad and grateful for that. So I talked, and then I talked, you know, again, I talked to my ex-wife, and just kind of, you know, that was around the time I was just receiving closure. Like, okay, it's, you know, it's over. I'm not mad, I'm not angry, I'm not upset, I'm not bitter. You know, it is what it is. But, you know, I'm not going to allow that to affect our son, because we have a son together. I'm not going to let that affect him at all. So, you know, talk to them, and, you know, I talked to a friend of mine, or somebody that I had actually befriended during that time, and she was really close. And you know how, like, I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I was in a relationship for 5 or 6 years, and I didn't know how to have any other relationships with the opposite sex than just being, you know, in a relationship. Not, you know, I have a lot of female like acquaintances, but the level of friendship that we had, we shared a lot of, you know, personal issues. She was there for me while I was going through that, and the only people that I share stuff like that with are people that I'm in relationship with, that I hold in very high regard. And I didn't know how to deal with just being somebody's friend, just being her friend. I wanted more, and, you know, for a quick minute she did, but in retrospect, I'm really glad that it didn't go down like that. She's still a homie, and just kind of dealing with those emotions. And the reason why I called it Scared of Me is because you are your own worst enemy. It's not the devil, you know what I'm saying? It ain't your haters. You are your worst enemy. You know, the most that Satan does is he'll just put the bullets in the trigger, but you fire the shot. You know what I'm saying? So I know that everything that I've gone through has been due to decisions that I've made, good and bad. And that song was just to know that I understand my enemy now. And initially I was in fear of it, but now looking back on it, I embraced the challenge. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. You guys, you know, I don't want to announce it yet, but I have something amazing in the works with my homegirl, and we're gonna do really, really, really soon. I think you guys are gonna love it. It's like Dream Interpretations times 100. So make sure y'all tune into that. ArmondWakeUp.com, ArmondWakeUp.bandcamp.com. Please, 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 please support your boy. I got mouths to feed, I got babies, I got bills, I'm about to move into a bigger apartment, and I need furniture. So I really need y'all to support me on this joint, man. I've given y'all 4 projects.